Hey yogis, welcome to my first yoga class, which is in my conservatory, which I've turned into a bit of a yoga studio. Haven't done one before, so this is going to be a bit of a beginner's class, probably about half an hour, we'll see. Sometimes I get a bit lost, but you don't need anything, just a mat if you've got one. If you haven't, just anything comfortable, any floor, maybe not on a hard floor, or put a towel down, or just a carpet will do. You don't need a block, but if you have one, brilliant. We probably won't need it, but I'll let you know the poses that we do where a block might be helpful, so if you wanted to use one at another time, because I might do another one after this. So, first of all, we are going to take a few minutes to get into our inside ourselves, because you might have had a stressful day, and sometimes it's hard to just go from stress to a yoga class and not be thinking about everything that you've got to do, especially when we're at home. You've got kids running around. I haven't, don't know why I did that. It's hard to get into your head when you know that you've got things to do that you haven't finished yet, but we do need, especially in these times at the moment, to give ourselves, even if it's just half an hour, to just be inside our heads, give ourselves that little treat to our body, because we really deserve it. We deserve to de-stress a little. So if you want to sit comfortably, I'm sitting on a block as well, because it brings your hips forward and it just makes you a bit more comfortable in this position. You can sit in any position that you're comfortable in. And I'd like you to close your eyes. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just lower your gaze. And we're going to start taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And all I want you to concentrate on is your breath. So gently in through the nose and out through the nose. Not trying to change your breath, just focusing on how it feels and how your body feels today. Thoughts will enter your head at the moment, but just try not to pay attention to them. Let them flow. They'll still be there, all the things you need to think about at the end of this class. For the moment, try not to acknowledge them. Concentrate on breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the calm of the breath. Inhaling calm and peace and love, and exhaling stress and worry and frustration. And if you want to say those words to yourself to make it more real, just say calm, peace, love, exhaling stress, worry, frustration. And while you continue to breathe, I just want to read something about breath, because I think breath is very important to us. And it's a piece by Dana Folds. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me softens. Makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't really a race, that we will all cross the finish line. The waking up to life is what we were born for. As new times as I forget, I catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I am going. That many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, and I can be and walk slowly into mystery. Dana Falls does some really good pieces like that if you want to look her up. I really like her work. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves back to our rooms, so you can open your eyes. And we're going to start today's session laying on our back. So if you want to just lay down. And we're going to bring the knees into our chest and give them a squeeze, have a roll, have a back massage. And now we're going to drop the left knee down to the ground. Squeeze the right knee in a bit tighter. And the left leg wants to be flexed, the left foot wants to be flexed. So squeezing in the knee, we're going to take the right foot and we're going to rotate that clockwise. And anti-clockwise. And flex and point. And squeeze that in tighter. And I'm going to bring the knee up to the armpit and squeeze there again. And back to neutral. And then taking your right arm out to the side, keeping your shoulder down. See something on my screen. Sorry. Keeping the shoulder down, and we're going to take that knee and place it as far over as we can, as long as the shoulder's still down on the floor. And you can use your hand to assist. And if it's okay on your neck, you can turn your neck to look. And bringing that knee back over. And we're going to bring up the other leg, the left leg, place that on the floor and flexing the right foot, taking that across the left knee, keeping the foot flexed. And we're going to take our hands behind our thighs and just pull that knee in towards us. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. And gently release from that. And releasing the feet and bring the knees in to give them a little squeeze and a roll. And we'll take that on the other side. So releasing the right leg down to the ground. Keeping the foot flexed, pulling the knee in towards the body. And we'll take those rotations, so clockwise with the ankle, and anti-clockwise, and flex and point, and squeezing in the knee. And bringing it over to the left armpit. And back to neutral. And then keeping the left shoulder on the ground, taking the knee over to a spinal twist. And if it's okay on your neck, looking towards your left hand. And bring yourself back up to neutral, and we'll take the lying pigeon pose, so flexing the left foot take your hand behind your thigh and just pulling that knee in towards you. And gently release from that, bringing the knees in and give them a squeeze and have a rock. And we'll roll ourselves up into a tabletop pose. So in tabletop we want to have our hands nice and wide, fingers nice and wide, elbows over the palms and shoulders over elbows, and our knees want to be shoulder width apart. So we're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. So on the inhale, we're going to drop our tummy towards the mat and lift our heads up. Try not to sink down into the shoulders. Looking up, not overarching on the back. Lengthening the tummy. You'll feel lengthening all the way through and not throwing the head back too far. Exhale, rounding the spine. And bringing the tummy, holding the tummy in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And bringing the spine back to neutral. We're going to take a shoulder stretch. So taking your right arm, we're going to turn the back of the hand to the mat, and we're going to just push that hand out all the way, keeping the arm on the floor as far as you can until your shoulder's firmly on the floor. Place your ear down onto the ground, and with your left hand take that out in front of you, and you'll feel a nice stretch down the back of your shoulder. Remembering to breathe. And gently sliding that back in, and just returning the way that you came. And we'll take that on the other side. So left hand, just roll that, push that out, flat on the ground until you can't go any further. Shoulder on the floor, ear on the floor. And then taking the right hand out in front of you for support. And gently bringing that right hand back in and push yourself back up to tabletop. We're going to take one more cat-cow. And back to neutral. And now we're going to push ourselves up into our first downward facing dog. So you want to tuck your toes under. And what we want to do is keep our hands how they were whilst we were in cat-cow. And we want to lengthen the spine. And once the spine's lengthened, then we can think about pushing down our heels. So keeping the knees bent until you feel your spine is as long and lengthened as you can make it. And then we can work on pushing the heels down to the ground. So take your time just to push one at a time. Don't worry if your heels don't get down. I think all the years of me wearing high heels has stopped me ever being able to get my heels down properly. So once you've just walked your dog out, we'll come to some stillness. Holding the tummy in, and we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths. So for a cleansing breath, on the exhale, we breathe out of our mouths. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Well done. Now with the right leg, we're going to step that forward in between our hands. And we'll drop the back knee onto the floor. Take a moment, just have a stretch out in this pose. We don't want to sink too far down. You want your knee over your foot. If it's going past, then we'll just take that back. It just means that your foot needs to be further in front. So once you've got yourself settled into this position, you can gently bring yourself up onto your knees and come up. I'm going to take the arms over the head for an inhale. And look up if that's okay on your neck. Exhale, cactus in the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the shoulders down the back. Now we're going to take the left hand down to the ground and take the right arm all the way up until we're in a twist. Looking up at the hand if your neck's okay. And bringing that hand back down onto our mat. I'm going to sit back into a half splits. So flexing the foot towards us, looking at the foot. Try not to twist the hips like I always do. And just stay here. This is where you could use your blocks if you had any blocks, if you wanted to take your blocks either side for a bit of extra height. And if you want to lower down, we want to keep our back nice and straight, and you will feel a good stretch. And rolling back into our lunge pose. And then we're going to step this foot back into a high plank pose. If you want to take your knees down, you can do. So from high plank, we're going to lower all the way to the ground, pushing up into a cobra pose, or you can take a lower cobra, a baby cobra, and stepping back to downward facing dog. And we'll take that on the other side. So stepping the left leg in between our hands, dropping the back knee. Set yourself up in this pose. Make sure that your foot and your knee are in the right place. And when you're ready, we'll take the hands onto the knee. Got your pants up on the bum. And taking the hands over our heads. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now taking the right hand down to next to the left foot, and we'll take that twist on this side. Try and keep your tummy from laying on your knee. And bringing the hand back down. And we'll step back, we'll lean back into our half splits again. So flexing the toes back to our heads. some nice deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. And if you want to lower yourself, remember to keep the back straight. That doesn't look straight. Okay, so rolling back into our low lunge and lifting the back leg, stepping back to our high plank and lowering down to the ground, and push yourself up to cobra and back to downward facing dog. And now we're going to step nice and gently to the front of our mat. I'm going to raise up to a flat back position. Have a stretch out and feel the lengthening down the back of the legs. So nice big inhale. And exhale, we're going to forward fold. And on the inhale, raising up to a tall mountain. And exhale, bringing our hands down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. So we're going to do just 2 sun salutations. So inhaling, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back to our plank. Low into the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Now stepping the left foot forward and the right. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Lower to the ground. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And stepping the right leg forward, bringing the left to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, comes to heart center. And now we're going to step right back into a warrior 2 pose. So we want the back foot parallel with the edge of the mat and the front foot facing forward. Rotating your hips, so your hips are facing me. But we want to turn our gaze and our front palm to the front, so we're facing the way that we would be, because we're warriors. So we're facing the front of our mats. Sink the hips and see if you can get lower with that front leg, but you want the weight in both of the legs evenly. Have a look back and make sure that your arm is in line. And we're going to add some movement. So inhale, bringing the palms to touch. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm going to reverse the warrior, so turning the front palm so it's facing up, and we want to slide our hand down the back of the leg, not onto the knee, and looking up at the palm if it's okay on your neck. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, coming forward, taking the elbow onto the knee. I'm going to raise the left arm above our heads for a side angle pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, slowly moving back to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And bringing yourself back up to your warrior two. Now we're going to change the width of the back foot. Bring that just in a little bit closer. We want to rotate the back foot so it's 45 degrees. So we're now in our warrior one position. Inhale. Exhale, bring ourselves forward, aeroplane arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now rotate the foot so we're now a crescent pose. Taking the left hand down to the ground, and again we're going to take that twist, but try and keep the back leg off the floor this time. If you need to put your back leg down, that's absolutely fine. And now bringing that hand down to the mat, stepping back to high plank, lowering down to the ground, inhale into cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll take that on the other side. So bringing the left foot forward in between the hands and coming up to our warrior two. Nice deep breaths. And we'll add that movement again. So inhaling, bringing the palms to touch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turning that front palm over and reverse the warrior. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, exhale, and back to warrior two. Again, changing our feet, so we're in warrior one. Try and keep the hips facing the front of the mat this time. Should have said that last time. bringing the palms up above our heads. Inhale, exhale, reaching forward, aeroplane arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now taking that foot, so we're in a crescent pose, so you're up on the toes this time. Taking the right hand down to the ground for the twist. This is actually another place you can use the block if you need to. And bringing that hand back down to the mat, and we'll step back to high plank, lowering to the ground. Inhale to cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. And again, we're going to slowly step our way to the top of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to try a triangle pose now. So, stepping back into our warrior two with the left leg. And this time the front leg will be straight. Taking our arms wide, our warrior arms. And we want to lean or tilt our bodies. So we are pushing, but we want to remain in a nice line. Tilting our bodies as far as we can go, and then we want to drop the front arm onto the shin, or if you're up here, that's fine. You want to be on the shin or on the thigh, you don't want to be on the knee. And with the left arm, raising that above your head, and if it's okay for your neck, looking up. Remembering to breathe, and then just for a breath, taking your arm over your head. And for a bit of fun, we're going to release the bottom arm and hold for a breath. And we place the bottom hand back onto the shin, and we'll come back up and into our warrior two. Reverse the warrior. And windmill the arms back down to the ground. And stepping back to high plank. And this time we're just going to turn onto our left, onto the edge of our left foot, staying on our left hand for a side plank. If this is too much, you can put your knee down for a modified plank, but if you can, and looking up to the hand, if that's okay, on your neck. And releasing back to our high plank, lowering to the ground. Inhale to cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. And now stepping the left foot in between the hands and up for our warrior two for a breath, and then straightening the front leg for our triangle pose. So again, we want to lean our torso as far as we can take it, And then pivoting on the hips, taking the left hand down to the shin or to the knee for our triangle pose. And looking up at the right hand, if that's okay, on your neck. And then taking the arm over for a breath. And again, we'll just release that bottom hand. And replace the bottom hand. And slowly coming back up to our warrior two. And reverse the warrior. And windmill the arms down to our high plank. Again, we'll take the side plank. So with the right hand planted, rolling onto the edge of your right foot and taking the left arm up to the ceiling. And bringing the hand back down to high plank and lowering to the ground. Inhale to cobra, exhale to downward facing dog. And now we're going to raise the left leg behind us. And we're going to open up the hip. And then bring yourself back so your hips are level. I'm going to bring that leg forward so the foot is touching our left foot, the knee is next to our right hand. Did I say left foot? Foot next to your left hand and knee next to your right hand. And again, you can use a block for this pose. You can pop a block under your bum if you're very far away from the ground, or you can pop a block under there. So this is our half pigeon pose. So when you've settled into the pose, we're going to add some movement. So inhale and exhale, we're going to roll our head down to the mat. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And this time just stay down. If you're here, that's fine. You can use your block to bring you up higher. If you're okay and you can collapse down, crossing your hands over and place your forehead onto your hands. And again, remembering to breathe. And slowly coming up, I'm going to just lean over onto the right side and bring the left leg round. I'm going to cross that over our right knee, taking your left hand out behind you, bringing your right hand up, look up to the ceiling, and we're going to bring that down to our knee, hooking that onto our knee for a side twist. Try not to lean back, we want our spine straight and sitting up. not comfortable for you, you can always just hug the knee in. And slowly bring yourself back round, and we're just going to reverse what we did, taking ourselves back up into our downward facing dog. Your hip might feel a bit different than the other hip now, so we'll even that out. So taking the left leg out and up, and then we're going to open up the hips. And bringing that neutral. And again, bring that forward. Left foot next to your right hand and your left knee next to your left hand. Just get yourself comfy there. You want even weight in both hips. So we'll add that movement. So inhale, exhale, rolling down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. All the way down, taking your hands down to the mat and placing your forehead. And slowly bring yourself back up. And sitting onto your left bum, we're going to bring that right leg round again and taking it over the left knee and placing it onto the mat. Taking the right arm out behind you and inhale and exhale, bringing that down, hooking over the knee for a nice twist. And slowly bringing yourself back, and we'll retrace those steps. For our last downward facing dog, just walking that out. How do your hips feel now? Hopefully a bit more open. I'm going to drop the knees down to the ground and come onto your bum and bring the legs out in front of you. We're going to take our boat pose. So if you need to, you can hold on to your legs or your ankles. Or if you can, taking your hands off. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing the legs. And now we're going to slowly roll down. Try and take it as slowly as you can down onto the mat. And when your shoulders are on the mat, bringing the feet up towards the ceiling, flexing the feet, we're just going to do a little bit of core, just a little bit. So with the feet, we're going to take them quarter, half, 3/4, and just above the ground, quarter, half, 3/4, and back up, quarter, half, 3/4, above the ground, quarter, half, 3/4, full. And one more, quarter, half, 3/4, above the ground, quarter, half, 3/4, and back up, and squeeze those knees in. Have a rock, bring the feet back down. I'm going to take a bridge pose. So bringing your feet, your heels in towards your bum, palms flat on the ground, and gently rolling up from the base of the spine all the way to the top of your spine, pushing your bum up. Don't have your legs spilling out, we want to try and keep the knees in together. Again, you can take a block and hold that in your knees, and that'll help you keep your knees pressed in towards each other. And when you're up as high as you can go, if you want to, take hold of your hands, clasp your hands, bring in your shoulders, which will give you more room to push up. Remembering to breathe, holding your glutes tight. And one last inhale, and exhaling, releasing the hands and gently rolling all the way down the way we came. And bringing the knees in to the chest again. Have a rock, and we'll take the knees over to the left, keeping the right shoulder down on the ground. And bringing them back up, and we'll take them over to the right, keeping the left shoulder on the ground. And bringing them back up, and we'll take a happy baby. So take your hands on the outside of your feet and just have a roll around, pretend you're a baby. And releasing the feet, we're going to move into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So we want to release everything. Releasing the legs and the feet and the calves and the ankles and the shins and the tummy and the back and the shoulders and your arms and your hands and your fingers. Release everything and enjoy the hard work that you've put in today. If you want to take a cleansing breath again, inhale. in this moment, in these few moments while you lay there in your Shavasana, I want you to think about how your body feels now and how it felt at the beginning of the class. Hopefully you've released some tension. Hopefully you're still here and you haven't got up, because this is one of the most, well, it is the most important pose to do at the end of the class, to have that relaxation, to let the work set in to your body. Just taking a moment to feel how your body's changed from the beginning of the class. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you want to take your Shavasana for longer, you can just switch me off. And when you're ready, bring some movement back to your body. Have a stretch. And then rolling onto your side. And coming up to a seated pose where we started the class. I hope everyone's enjoyed today's class. This is the first one I've ever done online. It's a bit weird. But I hope you enjoyed it, and it gave you, I don't know how long we've been going, gave you a bit of just time away from the normal of life, of what's going on at the moment, and gave yourself a little bit of time for yourself and time to be in your body. That was pretty much a beginner's class, but I hope to do lots more where we can advance a little bit and get a bit more of a workout going, because I do like the physical side of yoga as well. But yeah, it's important to be present, be in your body, and to have some relaxation and time for yourself. That is the most important thing. Time for yourself, time for your body. So I'll stop rambling now, and hopefully see you soon. So bringing your palms together and bowing to your palms. The light inside of me honours the light inside of you. Namaste.